What's happening, world, and welcome to another episode of Steve B Sports, your home for sports and entertainment. On today's episode, we hit the baseball diamond as we discuss the American League MVP. Next, we spotlight a Baseball Hall of Fame hopeful with a little game of Guess Who. Then we head from the diamond to the octagon to discuss what could be a mega fight in 2022. With all these shapes, no wonder I couldn't pass geometry. So in the words of Flo Rida, welcome to my house. It's going down for real. With an amazing postseason behind us, we can now remember who stood out this year. The talk of baseball was two-way phenom Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani was the American League MVP. He joins Ichiro Suzuki as the only Japanese-born players to ever win this award. Ohtani was flat-out amazing this year. Let's take a look at some numbers. Ohtani had 138 hits, 46 home runs, a batting average of .257, 100 RBIs, and 26 stolen bases. Ohtani better get a lawyer on speed dial stealing that many times. What makes Ohtani so impressive was that was just his numbers at the plate. As I mentioned before, Ohtani is a two-way player. He was the Angels' best pitcher with an ERA at 3.18, 156 strikeouts. He only walked 44 batters and won 81% of the games that he played. Now, how many pitchers do you know that can steal 26 bases? If that doesn't impress you, Ohtani was in the home run derby, and the next morning, he got up and was the starting pitcher for the American League. At age 26, Ohtani's contract is soon expiring. Expect him to be getting paid. He says that he's very happy with the Angels, so Angels fans do not fear. The future is bright, and I can't wait to see what this kid has in store for us. Now, as the show rolls on, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's play a game. This game is Are They In or Are They Out? Baseball Hall of Fame edition. This player is a 7-time MVP with 2,935 hits, 8 Golden Gloves, a 14-time All-Star selection, and 1,996 RBIs. Now, when you close your eyes and just listen to those numbers, you'd have to think to yourself, he has to be a surefire Hall of Famer, correct? Well, you would actually be wrong. If you haven't caught on to who this player is, maybe this number will help you out. 762 home runs. Now, this player, of course, is Barry Bonds. Bonds is up for his final year of eligibility to be in the Hall of Fame. There's a very strong chance he does not make it in. I personally feel this is wrong. Baseball is one of the few sports that never forgets or forgives. The writers hold grudges and try and keep the game as pure as it can be. But baseball was 2 games away from crowning the Houston Astros champions 3 years removed from literally cheating. The Astros pretty much got a slap on the wrist and the world kept moving on. But players like Bonds are still shunned upon during the steroid era. Now, I understand there was steroid allegations. He had the body transformation. But he also was a 3-time MVP before any of this. I find it funny how we think of steroids as a Popeye-esque drug. Like if you took PEDs, then all of a sudden you can hit a curveball. In sports, people try and do whatever they can to get a competitive edge, and that's what he did as well. Most of the time, PEDs are used for recovery, but that fact never comes up. I personally feel like Bonds and a few of the steroid era players should be allowed in where they belong. Most of these guys had the numbers and the skills to get in prior to doing anything wrong. UFC is fresh off of one of its best pay-per-views in recent memory. Justin Gaethje and Michael Chandler gave it all they had. Justin Gaethje came out on top, but everybody was extremely impressed with the barrage of punches Michael Chandler withstood. This is showing why the Bellator star is so tough. What happened after the fight has a lot of people talking. UFC's favorite bad boy, Conor McGregor, tweeted Chandler about a potential fight. Now, this could be an electric 2022 fight. Let's take a closer look at what could be. First and foremost, how exciting would this fight be? This is not for a title fight, but has Fight of the Year written all over it. Both stars have a lot to prove for different reasons. Chandler has only won 1 fight since making his debut in UFC 257. He had a commanding performance against great fighter in Daniel Hooker, with a win by TKO in the second round. Chandler, like McGregor, is great with a mic in his hand, instantly putting him in main event status. He soon found out why the UFC is the best fighting organization in the business, losing his next 2 fights. Chandler is a 3-time champ in Bellator, but has not found the same success in the UFC. He has a lot to prove that his success just wasn't in Bellator. McGregor, on the other hand, is on the comeback trail. His last few fights have not gone his way at all. We all thought after his quick work of Cowboy Cerrone that he in fact was back. Not the case, losing twice in a row to Dustin Poirier, who flat out looks like a better fighter. Conor's brass persona is fueled by him being able to back up all the trash he talks in press events. The fact is that he has not looked the same since taking the boxing match with Floyd Mayweather. Do I blame him for taking the fight and making an insane amount of money? Absolutely not. The problem is, he lost. For such a confident fighter, this takes a toll on you. Conor has nothing to prove in the UFC. He has helped the company become a global icon. For him, not winning doesn't help his brand. People love the cockiness of McGregor. It's the complete love or hate character. This character is based on him winning. An exciting fight with Chandler could remind people why he is the biggest draw in the UFC. A loss, on the other hand, could potentially put McGregor in a situation where he might have to hang it up. We can only hope to see what happens next, but I, for one, am extremely excited for the potential fight of McGregor-Chandler. That's a wrap. We're all done. For more content, go to @SteveBSports. Hopefully see you next time. Leave me a comment on Twitter. Have a good afternoon.